Surfrider Foundation was created to protect and preserve the world's oceans, waves, and beaches through a powerful activist network. We were formed because of the ongoing threats to coasts all over the world. Those threats include water quality issues, beach access challenges, modern problems such as plastic pollution, as well as things like coastal infrastructure. Our approach is a decentralized structure. Like a modern organization such as Wikipedia, we harness hundreds of thousands of people from all over the world to fight to preserve the coasts. Our grassroots chapters focus their campaigns and outreach efforts on the coastal zone. You can think of that as where the land meets the sea. They work on things like beach access, coastal preservation, water quality testing, and protecting special places. We embody the think global, act local mindset.
The Surfrider Foundation operates through a network of grassroots chapters who take volunteer action to protect our oceans, waves, and beaches through campaigns, programs, and educational initiatives in their communities. The Surfrider Foundation chapters expand locally, nationally, and globally. Chapters span in the United States from the West Coast, including the Huntington and Seal Beach chapter, Santa Barbara chapter, San Francisco chapter, and the Humboldt chapter, to name a few. Towards the Pacific Northwest, Washington chapters spread from the Northwest Straits and Olympic Peninsula to Seattle. Across the nation and the Gulf Coast are the Texas chapters. On the East Coast are the New York chapters, as well as the main chapter in the Northeast. Across the Pacific lies the Hawaii chapters, Hilo, Kauai, Kanaki'i, Maui, and Oahu. And a few international chapters include Europe, Australia, and Puerto Rico's Rincon and San Juan. In total, there are around 89 chapters representing the Surfrider Foundation in about 18 countries around the world. The core activities and campaigns of the Surfrider Foundation are categorized into general themes of clean water, beach access, and coastal preservation. A few active campaigns are listed, which include Ban the Bag, Gulf Oil Spill Cleanup, Dune Restoration, and Clean Up Cowls. Other campaigns are categorized with particular programs, which include Beach Access, Blue Water Task Force, Know Your H2O, Ocean Ecosystem, Ocean Friendly Gardens, Quad, a youth outreach program, and Rise Above Plastics. The right of beach access is constantly being challenged by private property owners, developers, and even sea level rise. A policy on beach access has been developed by the Surfrider Foundation, which promotes the right of low impact, free, and open access to the world's waves and beaches for all people. The Surfrider Foundation chapters use the Blue Water Task Force program to alert citizens and officials in their communities about water quality issues in order to work towards solutions. The Blue Water Task Force has demonstrated success by identifying problems with beach and coastal water pollution, raising public awareness of these incidents, and working collaboratively on local stakeholders to find and implement pollution solutions. Know Your H2O is a Surfrider Foundation program designed to educate people on the link between freshwater management issues and the impact on our oceans, waves, and beaches.
Probably the biggest impact is the fact that freshwater resources are being monitored by local control or state control or federal control, whereas oceans, nobody really knows who owns them, so nobody really has any control over them. So the freshwater control is impacting some of our oceans' waters.
The Ocean Ecosystem Program protects and restores ocean ecosystems through a proactive approach to conservation core areas of work, which include marine, protected areas, offshore drilling, renewable ocean energy, and marine spatial planning. Surfrider Foundation implements ocean-friendly gardens through education, hands-on activities, and policy change. Ocean-friendly gardens utilize rainwater as a resource, create permeable soil and hard surfaces, and conserve water, energy, and wildlife habitat through native plants and drip irrigation, while also reducing urban runoff, which is the #1 source of ocean pollution. Quad is a Surfrider youth campaign that features projects with focuses on beach access, beach preservation, and clean water. Rise Above Plastics is a broad program with a clear goal of eliminating plastic pollution. Recent studies estimate that fish off the West Coast ingest over 12,000 tons of plastic a year. Other plastic pollution issues include the harm caused to marine life.
Plastics are harmful to marine life because of the fact that they take so long to degrade in the environment that a lot of animals, they get broken down into small, tiny little pieces, and those pieces then the animals eat and become part of their digestive system, so they feel full, but they're not really getting any nutrition. So a lot of marine life ends up starving to death based on the fact that they're full of plastic but not really food.
More than any statistic, the single largest accomplishment of Surfrider is building a formidable force as seen in our grassroots network spanning the world. Here are some numbers that characterize what that volunteer network has accomplished in the last 12 months alone. We've tested nearshore water quality over 9,300 times. If water quality test does not read acceptable, the chapter works with officials to find a source of the pollution and come up with solutions to fix the problem and improve the quality of water. We've implemented nearly 250 outreach campaigns that involve community and coastal issues. We've presented coastal education programs, including our award-winning curriculum, Respect the Beach, nearly 800 times to thousands of school-aged children. We've coordinated over 2,000 cleanups in the United States, and we've organized public attendance at 250 meetings and events where local, state, or federal government decision-makers discussed or made coastal policy. And we've donated volunteer hours valued at over $2.8 million, all of which applies directly to our beaches.
This goose is cooked, these tongues are taught.